Hello, Senn High School. I'm Symone Smith.
And I'm Kameha Spearman.
And welcome back to Senn TV.
It feels so great to be back behind the desk, Symone.
It really does.
Since JROTC went out to Jesse Brown's veteran home to help with the food drive that was enjoyed by many veterans who served for our country, we turned to Edgar Flores and Reagan Ivy, who covered the story.
Getting into our fourth year, we fed thousands, literally thousands of unique veterans. That means different individuals.
Postal, dress right, dress. Ready, front, stand at east.
As a Chief of Voluntary Service, we try to coordinate programs to help veterans to enhance their experience at the VA and to provide them with services that taxpayer dollars are not used for. Examples of those are our food pantry. We started this food pantry on Veterans Day 2013. A few of us, myself, Adam McGriffin, who at the time was working for the Greater Chicago Food Depository and AmeriCorps, decided to try to put together a food pantry at a VA. We put together a weekly client choice. That means the veterans shop for their food. It's not a prepared bag that's given to them. We've had tremendous veteran satisfaction report.
Today we're at Jesse Brown Hospital, Veterans Hospital, to take part in the food pantry where the cadets from Senn High School assisted in feeding well over 300 veterans that are in need of food, perishables, cereals, different types of dry commodities. So they took part in that activity today, which I think is important because it gives back not only to veterans but communities, and it also embodies a spirit of patriotism with veterans and everyone that works in this hospital. So I want to thank everyone for coming today.
Food pantry to another state. So Mr. Moore.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Moore is a vid. Stand up, Mr. Moore. Of course, you don't have to stand up. They can hear you right there.
My experience with this whole thing overall was very satisfying because I get to see all these diverse type of veterans that come in and out of this hospital. That just shows a glimpse of what I can expect for the outside world and for my future being in the military.
But you guys are beautiful. You're going to love you. You're going to work on your lines today so the vets can intermingle with you. And you're going to find most of them are just as nice as can be.
I will come back. I will definitely come back and do this on my own time because like these veterans, they gave up everything that they had to sacrifice. That they given up so much time, so much effort. I'll definitely come back here. It's the least I could do for all of them.
It's emotional for me. It's emotional for many veterans to do this, to see young cadets taking part in such an important day. And you could see it when you talk to cadets. It's an emotional day for them also. Giving back to older veterans, of which have come from World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and the current situation in the Middle East. So it's an amazing day. It's a happy day, and I want to thank all the Senn cadets that came today to take part in the food pantry.
This is a great food pantry.
Thank you.
Now I like my job, what I'm doing.
All right. Can you just spell out your name real quick so we can...
My name is Sennderella Story.
What a great way to give back to our veterans, right?
It really is. Next up, Casey Murtaugh, an amazing art teacher here at Senn High School, was able to turn her classroom into a living canvas by letting her students express themselves creatively on the walls of her room. Here's Symone Smith with more.
For me, it's important in an art room, in any room really, a space for learning, to create that space together with teachers and students. So that was kind of the main reason, is to kind of have students being in control of their own learning environment. I think it started out almost just as an experiment, and I think students seeing the artwork around inspired them also to want to express themselves. For me personally, as an artist, I think it's a time to reflect on what's going on in your life outside of maybe school or the classroom. So I like for students to be able to, take my ideas and suggestions, but also to run with it, to take their ideas maybe to the next level. I think it's important. I also think it's cool to see people come in and then re-look at what they did the day before, and just to know that this is their space to come into. I think it could be cool to maybe layer and see what happens, just to see like what idea sparks the next idea. Or yeah, I think for me it'd be cool to remember students too by what they make.
Recently, Senn TV took the time to interview individual students about their personal lives. Here we have Nabil Siddiqui with Esabella Yan.
Without someone so significant in my life has kind of drastically changed. I'm a junior at Nicholson High School, and my name is Esabella Yan. Ever since I was an infant, I would always be at my grandma's house. My grandma was basically like the one to watch me when my mom would go to work, and yeah. Growing up, she had a really big backyard, and we would go out there almost every day, and we'd feed all the birds, and sometimes there would be deer in her backyard. And she'd just teach me how to appreciate animals, and she would show me like how to grow certain plants, and she taught me to be a really kind and respectful person. Towards the end of my 7th grade year, she developed cancer. She had it for a while, but it wasn't until the end of my 7th grade year that my mom noticed that something was wrong. So we took her to the hospital, and she was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. It hit my mom really hard, especially because I was her mom, and she kind of had a hard time handling that, and that kind of affected my relationship with my mom. And my grandma was kind of like my backbone, in the sense that like she was always there for me, and she taught me so much in life, and not having that anymore, it's been weird. I plan on making my grandmother proud by getting into a good college, sticking with good grades, and just trying to keep up with my Spanish heritage, in the sense that like I speak Spanish with my mom more now, so just trying to keep up with that language and make my grandmother proud by speaking it.
So now we have a game. Which baby is which senior? Kameha, do you think you can guess all the baby seniors?
Probably not. You know, I can't even decipher between me and my god sister.
That's true. Senn TV is choosing 3 new Teacher of the Month because we've been behind a little bit. So yeah, let's see who won. Miss A, she has been recommended by Mr. Bore because of her relentless positivity and her energy both in and outside of the classroom. Congratulations, Miss A. Another one.
Miss McDaniels. She was nominated by, who is this? Miss Matthews. She's goes above and beyond her job, and she assists the student and staff, and she always has a smile on her face.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Come on.
Boom.
I think that's a student.
Whoopsie.
Yeah. Wow.
Whoopsie. I'm not a professional. And Dan Fisher, Mr. Fisher. He was nominated by Stephanie Ferris because he is our data man. Despite
Despite the hard time I give him, I know he works hard and students really like him as a teacher and a coach.
He's the best.
Congratulations, Mr. Fisher.
Yay. Yay.
Hello. So we are going to be choosing 3 students of the month because we've been a little bit behind. Each of us is gonna pick one out, and I guess I'll go first.
There you go.
And the first student of the month is Sophie Boyd.
Woo! Sophie!
She was nominated by Mr. Meadows because she continues to excel in the face of adversity.
Congratulations.
Really good.
I guess it's my turn. Gotta get the right one.
No one.
Take 2. Oh, this here.
Other side.
Who is? Oh no, it's this one. Who won? Kiara. Oh, excuse me. Dominguez. She was nominated by Ms. Zeman. She's very dedicated to school and her extracurricular activities, and she helped develop the cheer competition dance.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Okay, you last.
Get a good one, Symone.
I hope I win. Can we win? I hope so. Okay. Oh, Blake Campbell is our winner. Blake has been, he was nominated by Jenna Cristino. Blake has been putting forth a lot more effort in her class and Miss Roby's class, Honors English course. He has been participating more and has been working hard to improve his writing. Congratulations, Blake.
Yay. Woo! Woo! Go team.
I sat down with Mr. Lev regarding Friends of Senn and their campaign to raise $14,000 for their one-to-one program.
So our personal goals when we started Friends of Senn was we noticed that the Board of Ed stopped funding schools in an appropriate manner or the manner that we felt was necessary. So a group of teachers and parents worked together to create this nonprofit with the idea of filling that gap. Last year, the Board of Ed took $139,000 from us in February, and that money's just gone. And we have to run a school, and we have to be competitive and offer opportunities to students, and the only way we can continue to do that is with money. We're calling it the Sennderella Story, and we're asking parents and families and friends and community members to be Senn's fairy godmother. And, you know, $10 from each student's family would give us $14,000. So people should look in their report cards when they get mailed home. There's going to be a little bookmark with information on how to make a contribution. And the campaign will run the month of February, and then we'll see how we do. There'll be some newsletters sent home. And however, there are people who will always say, you know, we pay students fees, we feed our kids, and we just don't have it, and that's okay. We're always looking for people to help out at events, and it's not always the money the money's huge. It allows us to, you know, fund programs. This year we're trying to fund the startup of Senn's one-to-one technology to student pitch for the future so that every student can have a device. And it's a huge upfront cost to get that started. So we're trying to help the school fuel that program.
Now we move on to more serious topics, memes. We turn now to Umar Jamjua to find out what people think the worst meme of 2016 was.
Memes. We all love them, whether they're annoying, overused, forced, or dank, popular, and in some cases, offensive. We still love them. 2016 had a lot of annoying memes. The most overused and annoying one is obvious, and most people would agree upon it. Some would disagree, as there are a lot of memes, and it's understandable. So, what do the Senn students think? Let's find out.
Harambe from
Arthur's Fist.
Caveman SpongeBob 1.
Arthur's Fist. Harambe meme.
Harambe.
How are you gonna vote for a gorilla that's already dead? And it's like, it just doesn't make any sense to me, and how people like kept on sharing it after it was like out in social media and stuff. I just thought that was like pretty annoying.
A gorilla died, and usually when something dies, you don't celebrate it and make it into a laughing matter. And that stuff's just stupid.
It's just very bland. It doesn't give off any expression. Well, only one, but then again, like, there's been other memes that's been used for multiple expressions.
Because it's the same thing over and over, and like, I feel like the joke already died.
I just felt like it didn't really grasp on, no pun intended. I just felt it didn't really grasp onto social media too much. Just half of the jokes just didn't make any sense at all.
Because it was like okay for the first month, then people just started overusing it, which became an overused meme.
They were overused. You just practically see them all over the place. Some of them were already bland, and most of all, he was just a gorilla.
As you can see, Harambe was the most annoying and overused meme of 2016, and many people would agree upon it, including myself. Now that it's 2017, it's a new year for memes, and I can't wait to see them.
So what was your favorite meme of 2016, Symone?
I think it'd have to be the Kermit the Frog one, when he has like the hood on and he's like talking to himself, kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think my favorite ones are the various Donald Trump ones about like his skin tone and stuff. It's like the whole Donald Trump boy.
During the year 2016, there has been many shoes released from the Yeezy Boost 350 version 2 to the Adidas NMD collection. Leslie Manzano went to find out what were the best sneakers released in 2016.
Many people are dedicated to collecting a good amount of shoes. I was wondering what everyone's favorite shoe release of this year was, so I went around and asked.
I have no favorite shoe release of 2016, but I really do like Air Maxes. Just the style of it, and I like it because my age, I guess.
Converse, Vans, just those are the main ones. Like I said, I'm not really big on shoes.
I gotta say the Space Jam 11. Well, I like the texture and design of them, and the fact that they got a good feel to your feet. I feel like I'd rather spend my money in the good things and not waste $300 on a pair of shoes.
The OVO 12s are my favorite shoe release this year. The nice, sweet, elegant, sleek design is top shelf. I got them, I took a look at them. Yeah, they're decent.
I think it would have to be the NMDs where Adidas did a collab with Bape, because you know those shoes look really nice and they're comfortable too, and like also like you know they were pretty hard to get because you know people went downtown and then they were like just waiting for like 6 hours, and you know like that's gotta mean like they're pretty nice shoes if you got a whole bunch of people waiting outside in the cold just for a pair of shoes. You know, it didn't work out. You know, there was hella people in line downtown, and they ended up not having the shoes. So
The gold Jordan 11s. Yes, I got them. I got the Jordan 11 Gophers. They at the crib. Bet.
The Air Mags, Nike Air Mags, because they light up and they self-lace, and that's new. Because it's the most hyped up shoe release of the year almost, so and it's something that only comes around like once every 10 years, and so they don't. It's very rare because it was like a draw, and like thousands and thousands of people went in, so it wasn't even worth it.
This year I like the Adidas Superstar Originals. Well, because I like the way they designed it, and well, I see everybody wear it, especially girls and boys.
I would say I'm not too mainstream with everybody else on the Yeezy hype because it's not worth it. I would say it's more like the NMDs and the boosts.
This year, Senn TV decided to try something a little different. Seniors created a parody or spinoff of The Office where you get to see the various personalities of the journalism crew. I'm so excited that we're actually doing this.
Yeah, they get to see the real us and what goes on behind scenes.
Oh, hello. Come on in. I didn't recognize you. Welcome to my humble abode, my kingdom, my castle. This is the wonderful broadcast studio. You can see we've got lights, we've got camera, we've got action. So come on in and I will introduce you to my many minions hard at work here. They are, of course, just eagerly awaiting all the advice and insight I'm excited to offer up. So, my minions, my wonderful peasants, come on and say hi to the camera. They're excited, I think, for the 3-day weekend ahead of us. Lots of ideas flowing in, lots of things to, get more views. Hopefully bring us up to triple digits before long. And yeah, we've got some great interviews happening. We're planning a lot, so I'm excited. I don't know what else to say. 24, magic number.
I really like him. I think he's a great teacher. It's kind of hard because I have him for 2 periods. I have him 7th and 8th period. And it's just like 2 hours at the end of the day. It's just like you don't want to come to this class and just hear him talk. Like nonstop.
Teenagers need an enthusiastic teacher. It's not like they're gonna motivate themselves. It's not like they're just gonna get hyped up and figure this stuff out on their own. They need somebody that's gonna put a little mustard on the hot dog. They need somebody that's gonna get them amped. All right, guys, we are ready to edit some videos. What are you working on? What are you working on? That was last year. What are you working on?
I'm doing Fisher's piece.
Who's Fisher? What are you working on? I've been working on that for 2 months.
Mr. Cullinane, what can I say about the man? From the moment I walked into his journalism class freshman year, something's clicked. I felt that man's energy, and it's inspired me. I come in every single day, creative, and I go in there, in many ways he's like Gandhi, but just, not skinny and did more important stuff. He is the role model that every teacher should follow. What he brings to the classroom, the power, the energy, the creativity, it's insurmountable. In many ways, I feel honestly like I'm his right-hand man, I think the other classmates are just jealous because, you know, I'm a little bit better than them, and they just don't like that.
Mr. Cullinane, I've known him for 4 years, since, you know, high school has begun, and he's great. He's great, but it's very hard to get work done with him because he's kind of always right here on your shoulder, telling you what you're doing wrong and what he believes he can do better. But he's great.
How's it going, Symone? What are you guys doing?
We're just recording my confessional.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Just about how great you are, and just how much I appreciate all your knowledge.
Keep going.
I don't know what I would do without Mr. Cullinane right over my shoulder all the time. I appreciate it. Thank you.
High five.
Well, that's all we have for today. I'm your anchor, Kameha Spearman.
And I'm Symone Smith, signing off.
Toots Magoots.
All right.
Oh, we were supposed to go Toots Magoots.
Jazz fingers.
Jazz fingers.
Okay.
There you go. Boom.